Let's talk about one of the biggest myths that Russia loves to peddle. It's this idea that they might use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Well, I'm here to tell you that's a bluff, and it's not a new one. For decades, Russia has wielded the nuclear threat like a rusty saber. They rattled it when the US deployed Pershing missiles in Europe in the 1980s. They waved it when NATO expanded in the 90s. They brandished it again when the Baltic states joined the alliance in the early 2000s. And every single time, when met with firm resolve, they backed down. Even in this war, they've pulled the same tired trick. They threaten nuclear retaliation if the West provides tanks to Ukraine. We sent the tanks, no nukes. They said they'd respond if we provided long-range missile systems. HIMARS and ATACMS, long-range missile systems, are now shredding their ammo depots. Guess what? No nukes. They draw red lines. The Allies step over them, and they slip back into the shadows the moment they're challenged. Besides, there's actually no upsides to using nuclear weapons. It's guaranteeing your own annihilation. The only benefit is in the threat, and that only works if your opponent believes you. The truth is, Russia's not a suicidal regime. They know that crossing the nuclear line would mean their own destruction. Reagan once said, "We can have peace in the next second. Surrender." It was actually a warning against appeasement then, and it still applies now. We shouldn't surrender, and neither should Ukraine. And let's also remember that economically, Russia is a fraction of the size of the United States and Europe. They're a petroleum state struggling to keep their economy afloat. They're now forced to buy cheap labor from North Korea and scavenge electronics from washing machines to keep their war machine grinding. This is not a superpower on the rise. It's an empire in decline, desperate to project strength that it no longer has. So when Russia talks about nukes, just remember they've bluffed before and they're going to continue to do so again. But bluffing only works if you let them. The US and our allies have the power to call Russia's bluff, stand firm, and ensure Ukraine doesn't just survive. We can ensure it wins.